Of course it decides to, yeah, of course it decides to, yeah, of course, as soon as I start it, it shuts off. I feel like it's gonna do it again, but it's fine. So, anyways, welcome to Theology Matters Interesting Takes, or as I call it, the TIT Segments. So today we're gonna be talking briefly about what was happening kind of bit on Twitter. So Sovereign Bra was talking about how the New World Order was coming from kind of the Republicans, especially after the H-1B visa thing that Vivek was trying to get. The immigration, how now it's not deport them all, right? It's not mass immigration, it's violence immigrations, and that's all that they care about. And so, and it's intriguing because others were even mentioning this of that how now that we won, it seems like the right is taking a back turn and not exactly going as radical as we were supposedly. And so I wrote this tweet and about how, because a lot of people are worried about Trump now because he's trying to get Greenland, he's trying to get Canada. I don't remember if he's doing Mexico, but he's doing all of this stuff and everyone's a little weary. He seems a little more people are pro-Israel a little bit, and some people are like, why don't you concern about us? Also his administration's filled with some people that are a little bit pro-Israel here and there. And then of course, like, he brought in Vivek and Elon, who massively failed against on Elon's platform, funny enough, because everyone was majorly saying hell no to bringing in foreign workers to do American work. So, but what was interesting is I wrote this tweet and I wrote it how, I was already on the bandwagon during the primaries. I did not like anyone. I did not like DeSantis because he was with the wrong people. I didn't, because I felt like he was with more rhinos, and so that was just a bad vibe. Haley was a war hawk. Christie was fat. I don't really have a reason for him. That's good enough, in my opinion, right now. Pence was a traitor to MAGA and just the Republic somewhat. Also, he was a spineless coward, but that's other story. What am I missing? Oh, and Vivek, he's Hindu, and America's an idea. But anyways, I didn't like Trump because, as I stated way before, again, when I was talking with my mother about some of this, occasionally I would bring up that I think, because my mother would bring up, oh yeah, but they're going after Trump, and I'm like, that's the plan. And a lot of people are seeing that now of these, supposedly he's controlled opposition. It's like now, after he's won. Come on. Like, I'm sorry, but you gotta be kidding me that you couldn't have seen this beforehand. Like, I'm a little bit twisted here and there, but like, even I see this coming. And I'm 23. I'm supposedly like new to this crap. Bruh, I saw it. I thought, I look back because I was like, I wrote tweets about this. I wrote back in August of, what was it, the 11th. I wrote it that I thought Trump was going to lose, and that I think even if he, because mostly because he was a plant, because the swamp supposedly is going after him, like the whole thing with the, crap, he's in New York, right? He's in New York, he's fighting for his name. His mugshot got in, and that propelled him, because everyone's like, oh my gosh, he's sending him to jail. And it's, and it's just it overrided every feeling within people, or at least the average person. It just overrides their entire opinion. And then of course it doesn't help you got influencers who are basically paid to, every time Trump just sneezes, it's like, that was a great symphony. So yeah, we had a bit of a, and I wrote this, and I look back at my tweets, what, a day or so ago, to find this. I did not realize I was actually ahead of the curve way before even that. Even here. Now, this was part of a thread, but I eventually was talking about. I think it was like the thread was more or less I think a MAGA loyalty stuff. I kind of was ragging on MAGA loyalty because even now I'm still ragging on it, but back then it was just worse. Um, but it's interesting because so many people because what I'm just saying right now that Trump is a part of Swamp. All of MAGA is going to just tell me to F off, and understandably, but also with all due respect, MAGA, kind of a dumb opinion because it's like, I'm sorry, could you listen to facts, right? But like I even said that he was a control opposition in July of 23rd, basically August, actually, more or less. So a year before I even did this one, I was already one step ahead of everyone and being all Trump could be, a controlled opposition because to put this in perspective, to just not take Trump out of this. What if you are the Democrats? Going after Trump would rile up even normal people. Like the mugshot riled up average day people, right? Because it clearly was seen as a political witch hunt, and due to that, even normies were going to get on this. So if I was a leftist, I probably would have backed off. Now, of course, we do have to talk about whether a lot leftists are intelligent, but I'm going to say that they may not be smart, but they definitely can be evil. And in that, they are going to pursue a path that works towards their greater good. And this is why I say that Trump is controlled opposition, because even though he's reducing, which wasn't necessarily my concern, is that they kept going after him. And it's just odd. But like, or the enemy would go after him, which would make everyone rally to him. And so that kind of gave an air of that he's the enemy. And because he's the enemy, he's now going to be elected because people think, oh, I'm going to fight the swamp. But in reality, he is the swamp. And the swamp, even if, let's say, Kamala won, the swamp won. So the swamp wins in both directions, on both sides. And this is why I say MAGA needs to be watchful. Others need to be watchful. Like, do not get just in the hype because some of this hype is dumb. Because not only do you have to worry about, because, influencers have to worry about their paycheck, right? And due to that, they're usually promoting a bunch of stuff that just gets them paid. Whether or not they believe that is, up for debate. And then even more, a lot of people like with Kirk recently when he was talking about the gaming with dudes, it's like you have to be consistent, and Kirk isn't necessarily, because he has countless of dozens of female influencers who more than likely are not focused on having the family. So you can't really tell the guys, hey, focus on your family. Oh yeah, women are here, duh. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that for the people who are now just figuring out, congrats. It's gonna be a fun 4 years because I bet you anything I'm gonna have a few I told you so's. Not necessarily of specifics, just you thought like you thought the mass deportations were going off. No, it didn't. You think he's gonna go after um what is it? The swamp? No, probably not, because he had 4 years to do it, and then for some reason he couldn't get it done then. And that's one thing. Like during the campaign, DeSantis was a bit right on. It's like you were there. Why is it now? Um, yeah. So, anyways, that is it. So, peace.